In this video, we're going to write the equation for horizontal and vertical lines. So in this example, we're going to write an equation for the horizontal and vertical lines that go through the point -3, 5. So the first thing we want to do is we want to plot that point of -3, 5. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw the horizontal line to start. So this is the horizontal line that goes through the point -3, 5. So let's start with that horizontal line. And what I remember from horizontal and vertical lines is these, when I graphed them, contained one variable. So I'm going to anticipate that these contain one variable again. Now in order to figure out which variable, I need to pay attention to the points that are on that horizontal line. So let's go through and identify some. So if I look at this point here, I notice this point here is x is 5, y is 5. If I go to this point here, I notice that at this point x is 3, y is 5. This point here, x is 1, y is 5. At this point here, x is -1, y is 5. And what I notice when I look down the line at these points are that in every y spot, I have a 5. So what that's telling me is that to create that horizontal line, the one rule that I have to have is that the y value is equal to 5. And that is actually my equation of a line, because if we were to work backwards from here, we would take this equation here, we would make a table of x, y points, and you would say that the y value is always 5, and it would produce that graph in blue. So for our horizontal equation of a line, all you should have is y is equal to 5. Now if we flip this around and we focus on the vertical line that goes through that point, so here's my vertical line, and let's focus on some of the points on that line. So here I notice that this point here is x is -3, y is 3. Here, x is -3, y is 1. Here, x is -3, y is -2. X is -3, y is -4. After recording some of these points, if I pause and look, what these points all have in common is that their x value is always -3. So when we're working with this vertical line here, what I notice with the vertical line is that the x value is always equal to -3. Now let's walk through a couple of additional examples. So here we're going to write the horizontal and vertical lines, the equations for those that go through the point x is 2, y is -5. So here we have that point down here. Now we're going to start with the horizontal line. And if I look closely at the points on that line, what I notice is that here, this is the point x is -6, y is -5. Here, x is -4, y is -5. X is -2, y is -5. And even after just recording 3 points, what I notice about that horizontal line is that the y value is always -5. So what that means for my equation of that line is my equation of that horizontal line is y is equal to -5. Then from here, if I focus on the vertical line that's going through that point, if I focus on points on that vertical line, here I have the point x is 2, y is 6. X is 2, y is 3. X is 2, y is 0. X is 2, y is -3. And what I notice as I focus in on these points are that the x values are always 2. So if I'm going to write the equation for my vertical line, what I notice about those vertical line points are that the x values are always 2. So there's your equation.